What's up, guys? This video is going to be young millionaires teaching you guys how to get to 10K a month. So I've got 9 steps written down for you guys. It's very important you follow every single step. If you follow these steps, you'll get to 10K a month in no time. Listen carefully, get a pen and paper, write down some notes, apply everything. Let's get straight into it. This is Francis. Quick little introduction, bro.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm Francis, 20 years old, live in Dubai, have a personal brand over 100K followers in the fitness niche.
All right, so the first thing we wanted to talk about is pick your niche and business model and make sure you stick to it. Francis, you want to talk about this a bit? So how did you come across what you wanted to do and stay consistent?
For sure. So I'm in the fitness niche, of course. Am I the most passionate person about fitness? No. Do I have the best physique in the world? No. But I just thought I'm pretty good at fitness. I know quite a lot, and I think it's kind of cool. All right, let me do this. But you don't have to really love the niche. Just pick something and just stick to it. So
for sure.
yeah.
What made you choose to do personal brand instead of having your own? Because you had an agency at one point.
Yeah.
You were in door-to-door sales. What made you move over?
Yeah, mainly just because when you have a personal brand, you're in full control of over the money that you make. And of course, you can say that about other businesses as well. But with personal brand, you have a set of people that you could always sell to. And this is your audience. You can sell them anything. You also have the flexibility. I could change niche today and just start building it up again, and it'll be fine. So I think the flexibility is cool. I think having a set of people you can always just be selling to is cool. And yeah, you just post a bunch of content, get a lot of views, and you have a bunch of fresh leads, inbound leads. That's a nice setup. You're in full control over it. Why did you pick personal brand?
Sure, I was just gonna say as well, for those of you guys who don't know us, Francis has 140K followers. We'll pop that on the screen. I have 130K on Twitter. We've both been posting content now for a little while. We've both made a ton of money from social media. I'll pop some pictures of my cars. Francis will pop some pictures of some of his watches, just to give us some social proof so you guys know we know what we're talking about. But anyway, Francis and I met through my private community, New Money. So that's through the internet, through social media, right?
Yeah.
So everything we're telling you guys right now will help you make a ton of money, help you blitz past 10K a month. But yeah, in terms of niche and why it's so important to kind of have a niche is because when you don't have a niche, you end up just talking to everyone. And when you talk to everyone, you're basically talking to no one. No one's going to relate to you. No one's going to think your content is for them. It doesn't matter what your business is. You could sell robes, you could sell clothing, you could sell a service, you can have, chains that you sell, whatever you sell. It's important that you know who you're selling to. You need to know your ideal customer.
Yeah.
If you don't have an ideal customer, no one's going to buy from you. People have this belief that if you sell to everyone, you're going to get more customers. But I found that you actually make way less money when you sell to everyone.
Yeah, I've been noticing that as well. I have a certain ideal customer profile that I'm focusing on, and with these people, I can charge $3, $4, $5,000 to these people, but other people who are not this ideal person, they wouldn't even pay $200 for it. So it's a huge difference. You get valued so much more when you target the correct people. So it makes a massive difference. And I wish I started doing that sooner, because but before I was charging a couple $100 at a time. Now it's I can get a few thousand at a time, and it's just way better. So yeah, that's a big focus.
Yeah, it's super important you guys realize that you're going to be able to provide way more value to the right people. If you have the wrong people, you're just going to be able to help them less.
Yeah.
It's just it's literally the most simple thing. But you need to make sure you're targeting the right people. Let's say, for example, you're a fitness coach and you're helping people who are 18. It's going to be harder to help the people who are 18 than people who are a bit older, because the people who are 18, everyone's in kind of decent shape when they're 18. Their hormones are just better. So it's, and maybe all their friends go to the gym in school, but when someone's older, when they're 40 or something, they spend less time in the gym. They
get more problems.
Yeah, maybe knee pain, back pain. It's easier to then help those clients get in shape.
Yeah.
And you can make a bigger difference to their life. And if you make a bigger difference to their life, you're going to be able to make more money. So the first thing we wrote down here was just make sure you pick something and stick to it. So how long were you posting fitness content for before you decided, this is definitely what I'm going to do? Or did you know straight away you're going to stick to it?
No, I think I posted maybe 20 videos, and then I took a 1 or 2 month break. Then I came back, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna really focus on this now and just only stick to it until it does well. That was my mindset. It's I'm only gonna stick to it until it does well. Focus on content until I have a following. Then I'm gonna worry about money. So my mindset was just on content. And sorry, what was the question again? It was
I was just saying, what made you really realize you want to stick just to fitness, not branch off to another form of content?
Well, yeah, I feel like fitness is always going to be a relevant niche. I think people are always going to need help with their health, and especially as there's more bad food in the market, more diseases and stuff. People are going to need help a little bit more with it. So I don't think fitness is going to go anywhere. Every American is basically overweight, but yeah, I mean it's a huge percentage.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah,
I think the obesity rate is crazy.
Yeah, the average body fat of Americans is 28% as a man or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. I think it's correct.
Just round it up to 38. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
something insanely high. Yeah, we'll pop it up on the screen, whatever it is. But yeah, guys, there's three main niches in personal brand. You know, it's health, wealth, relationships. If you can talk about anything, health, wealth, or relationships, you're always going to be relevant. But then also, it's about being more specific with health, wealth, relationships. If you just talk about health in general, it's quite broad. You know, go deeper. Talk about biohacking. Talk about gut health. Talk about the effect of eggs on your health, and talk about the keto diet. Talk about the meat only diet, the carnivore diet. Talk about
Yeah.
more specific things. Earlier today, we were just talking about water,
Yep.
glass bottles versus plastic bottles and all these different things. So if you're in the fitness niche, be more specific with what you talk about. And then the people who are, constantly searching for that problem, for example, they're searching what are the difference of plastic bottles versus glass bottles. When they see your video, they're going to be like, wow, this guy made content for me.
Yeah. True.
Instead of just like, do you want to get in better shape? Everyone on the planet would say yes to that question. They want to get in better shape.
Yeah.
It's not specific enough. It's not going to create an emotional reaction.
Yeah. For example, the people that I'm coaching with fitness, like they have a very busy life. They're entrepreneurs. They're in high up positions in their work, and they're super, super busy. They have a terrible schedule, and their health sucks, but they're making good money and they're very busy. So that's like my ideal person, and I can help them the most. So
For sure, for
and I
sure.
could charge them the highest.
For
So
sure. So
that's an
guys,
example.
know your ideal customer, have the right niche, be in the right business model, and just stick to something. So many people choose Amazon FBA. Next month they do trading. Next month they do drop shipping. Next month they want to be fucking pro tennis player, and just they're constantly bouncing between things. Stick to something and actually get good at it, because Francis told me this many times. He posted 300 videos before he started growing on Instagram. I posted thousands of tweets before I started growing on Twitter. You have to post a lot of volume to figure out what style works, what style doesn't. You have to learn the platform, you have to learn the algorithm, you have to
Yeah.
learn what people want. You become a better marketer over time.
Yeah, it's true. Completely true. Like it was like a 3 month period where there was just no growth, no results, 300 videos posted. That's like an average of 3.5 videos a day. That's a lot for to not get any results. But then if you stick to it for so long, then you hit like a breakthrough where one video blows up, second video
For
blows
sure.
up, and it
Yeah.
just keeps going from there.
I think that's why it's
Yeah.
so important to post a lot of content as well, because you were posting 4 or 5 videos a day.
At
If
some
you were
point,
only
yeah.
posting one video a day, it would have taken 300 days to get to number 300. And
Yeah.
that's like 10 months long. You probably would have quit, because which madman does something for 10 months with zero results? I would have quit. But if you're doing 4 or 5 videos a day and you only need 300 to kind of blow up or start blowing
Yeah.
up, then
It's
it's only
good.
2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Speed up
So
the
volume
process.
just matters so much.
100%.
I really think you can just solve every problem with volume. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. All right. So, boys, lesson, just don't have shiny object syndrome.
Yeah.
I'd say that's to sum it up.
It's super easy to be like, oh, my business model's not working that well. You know, that OFM guy on Instagram, he looks like he's doing pretty well. Okay, let me just try do that. And then you see that doesn't work that well, you go to trading, then just stick to one thing.
I think the reason why people have so much shiny object syndrome is because they just want success to happen so fast.
Yeah.
They look at other people and say, oh, this person's a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire quickly. And because they want the money quickly, they do things that are just impatient, and then they lose the progress they built up. So they're
Yeah.
making, let's say, 5K a month with trading, and then they'll say, I want to make more money with ecom. And then they'll start ecom, and then they'll get to 5K a month, and then they'll hit a plateau again, and then they'll jump to something else. They're
Yeah.
constantly jumping because they think the problem is the business model, instead of blaming themselves and taking responsibility.
Because every business model works. Like every business model can make millions a month.
Yeah,
But it's just about a matter of like how long you stick to it and how much you improve in that niche.
for sure.
So yeah.
All right, point 2 we wrote down: learn the industry really well and get a mentor. So it's very important to not only stick to one thing, but then learn that thing really well. And that's why it's important to stick to one thing, because then you get better at that thing. If you started posting fitness videos and you just stuck at it for 2 or 3 months and thought, okay, I'm not making as much money as I want, you wouldn't be at this point now where you're making more money.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's very, very important to keep working, because the payoff comes later.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so it's like all the like the months where there was no progress, no money, nothing, like that was all super worth it because you know, now obviously I'm making a lot more money. I built a following in that time. And of course, like when I was building my following, my main focus was on like content and growing that a lot more. So I wasn't making that much money. But then now that I built the following, I can just monetize all those people. So if you post like 700 videos, which is probably what I posted over time, and I have 140K followers now, that's like 200 followers on average per video. So like
Yep.
all the videos that I posted before which didn't do well, they were like counting towards the average basically.
For sure, like you got to remember, everything you do is going to compound later. If you look at any fighter who gets $1 million paydays or they make it big, all the previous training sessions they did added up to that one big moment. All of Francis's previous videos led to the point he's at now, where he's making money, and then all that money is divided by all the previous work. Same thing with me. When I started posting on social media, all the tweets that got 0 likes, 0 followers, it all compounded and then added up to the point I'm at now. You guys get what I'm saying? So when you're going through those periods where it doesn't feel like you're making much progress, remember that and just think, okay, when I start making a lot of money, it's all going to work itself out.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. And then just like stick to it and don't get distracted by other people. Just focus on your one thing. Focus on yourself getting better every day because it's so easy to compare. Like that one time in Miami, I got super annoyed because there was someone else my age who had a Lamborghini and I didn't have anything, and I got really annoyed by that. And then the first thought was, let me try a different business model instead of just, I don't know, double down.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's very easy, guys, on social media to look at other people doing better than you and just think, okay, I have to switch business model. But again, that's just the former shiny object syndrome, you know? Or even in the same business model, you look at someone else with a different funnel and you think, okay, I have to copy that person's funnel. I have to copy this person's website, this person's landing page, instead of just looking at yourself, with a more holistic approach and thinking, okay, well, I'm also not waking up on time. I'm also not working as hard as I could be. I'm also not trying my best. If
yeah,
I fix these things, then my funnel could be even better than this person's funnel. Like, when you make analysis, don't make analysis with just, you know, don't make basic analysis. Think, okay, this person's making more money than me. That means this person's funnel has to be better than mine. It could just be this person's working harder. His funnel might be worse. He's just trying so much harder than you in all the other areas. And he's
yeah.
got way more traffic because he posts more content.
Right. He's been doing it for longer and all those different things. So
We also just wanted to include in that point, make sure you get a mentor, someone to show you how you can navigate that industry, navigate that business model. Okay. Next thing, get better at sales and marketing. And also, yeah, we'll leave that point for later. Get better at sales and marketing. So, for example, at the start, how were your sales calls?
terrible,
Yeah.
horrible, and of course, like just record them, got better at them.
I remember some
Yeah.
of Francis's sales calls at the
Oh
beginning.
no,
They were so bad.
really bad.
No, they were very bad. But then he got way better.
I've probably done like 600 of them,
Wow.
so you get better. How many of you? You've probably done like over a
Yeah, yeah,
thousand for sure.
thousands. Yeah.
So you're, yeah, best at
Thousand, and
sales.
I've done door-to-door sales, knocked on thousands of doors. So you just get used to talking to people. But yeah, I remember Francis at the beginning, like someone wanted to pay him, and he almost just managed to find a way to like mess up the sale. So
I
we're
remember it. Yeah,
we're just saying all of this to say to you guys, don't worry about fucking up on a sales call. Don't worry about fucking up on a deal. You'll make the money back again later. All these things are repetitions, auditions for you to get to the next stage. Think about every sales call, every video you make, everything is just like an audition for you to get to the next level. It's just practice. It's
yeah,
training.
true.
And then once you start making more money, then all the sales calls you close, it's not like let's say you close someone for a few $100s or $1,000, whatever. It's not like you got $1,000 from that one call. You got $1,000 divided by all the other calls you've done in the past.
Yeah,
So
true.
all the work you currently do, it's going to get you to those 10K months, 50K months and beyond. It's all adding up. It's all compounding for you.
Yeah, for sure. What would you say is something like your best sales advice in terms of like maybe practical stuff that they can like actually do?
I mean,
Like how can they sell better?
something very simple, like maybe record your sales calls at the beginning, analyze what you're doing right, analyze what you're doing wrong. Are you talking too much? Are you talking too little? Number two, just have more conviction. Like a lot of people, when they're selling, they sound so low energy.
Yeah,
So maybe they're selling, but they don't realize that they sound like this and they're super like quiet. And if you sound like that, it's going to be very hard to sell because people want to buy from people who sound energetic about their product. They don't want to buy from people who sound super depressed, super low energy. So it's very, very important when you're selling to be high energy. It's very important to actually explain what your product can do for the other person. Because if you believed in your product, you would be high energy
yeah,
naturally. You'd be in a better mood to talk about it.
for sure.
So that's a couple points. Another point is just really find out what they're struggling with, Like even in the fitness niche, in the money niche, the finance niche, whatever niche, relationship niche, there's a specific problem or mental block or obstacle people have.
Yeah,
If you genuinely find out what that obstacle is, it's going to be so much easier to make money.
yeah, and like solve their exact problem. Sometimes when some people used to try to sell me stuff,
Yeah.
like they wouldn't even ask me what my main like struggle is or my main obstacle or what's the main thing holding me back, and they would just sell me their thing, and I was just thinking, you don't even know my problem, like you haven't even asked me about it, and when I start telling you about it, like you cut me off on it, and it's like why would I want to buy that product? So that's what I focus on as well. Like I try to like find out their exact struggles. It's like hit that, and also they have like hidden struggles as well, hidden problems. I don't know. Maybe you want to talk more about that or
Yeah, for sure. It's a great point. Everyone is unique with their own problems. So when you kind of generalize people and just pretend that everyone has the exact same problem, people don't like that so much because they think, why would I trust this guy to solve my problem? Because they feel like their problem is unique. Even if their problem is not very unique, even if their problem is quite general and broad, people still want to feel like their problem is unique.
yeah,
Because they feel like this is some unsolvable problem. Because if it was solvable, they would have solved it by now.
yeah,
They think it's genuinely unsolvable, or at the very least, very difficult to solve, or it takes a lot of effort to solve, hence why they haven't solved it.
Yeah.
So you need to show them like, look, I understand your problem. I can help them. I had something similar, or this client I had, he had a similar problem. This is how we're gonna solve it for you. Step one, step two, step three. I know you probably know about step one, but maybe step two you're overlooking. This is where I'm, coming in to help. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
like really walk them through it and make it seem like, okay, with my help or with this person's help, it's impossible you fail.
Yeah.
That's what
Super
people
good
want. They want
approach.
that assurance.
Yeah. Because you're
Like
gonna buy from someone who's like very sure of themselves, not someone who's like, yeah, this could probably work for you. Like no one's gonna
Yeah,
buy
that's why
that.
people like buying products from Apple or these big companies because they know that if they buy a MacBook or an iPhone, they can just go to the Apple store and get customer support.
Yeah.
If you buy something
True.
from someone online through their personal brand, you don't have that same level of trust that they have a big Apple store.
Yeah.
So you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, what about if I have a problem? I need to know that this person is going to respond to my messages. He's going to help me. It's very
Yeah.
important.
True.
Very, very important.
Yeah. Make them feel safe. Make them feel like
You
this
have to
is
make people
perfect
feel
for you.
safe with their money because
Yeah.
they worked hard for that money. For someone to give you their hard-earned money, they have to be like, okay, when I give this person my hard-earned money, he's gonna look after it. He's gonna like treat it with respect. He's gonna respect the fact that I've given him this money and
Yeah.
then give me respect
True.
and help me.
Yeah. 100%.
Like that's just business 101. Make people feel safe with them spending their money on you. It's very important.
Yeah.
Next thing, aim to get 1% better a day. So how would you say this applies to business?
Yeah. I think if you're always working on small improvements for yourself, because like I think improving yourself is also going to improve your business for sure. So if you just work on, for example, your wake up time, you fix your sleep routine, and you fix your meals, and you fix your workout routine, and you get yourself in place, and then after that, you make small improvements to your business every day. Like identify certain problems, like I don't know, are your sales skills really lacking? Okay, how can you improve that for the next day? Watch like a bunch of sales videos, speak to someone who's good at sales and try make some improvements there. Like basically, you're just improving one thing every single day. I think if you do that, you're going to be in a great position. I
For
don't know. What would
sure,
what
for
would you say?
sure. Yeah, I mean they did an experiment. Well, not an experiment. So the Sky cycling team, there's like a very famous video on this where they were basically like a mid-level cycling team and they hired this coach and long story short, this coach applied this concept called marginal gain. So he got everyone to focus on just improving 1% as often as possible. 1% every day. And if you improve 1% every day, over a span of a year, it's an improvement of 37 times. So the argument is, or the point is, guys, is if you focus on improving every little part of your business by 1%, you will get so much better and you'll make 10K a month. You'll surpass 10K a month very quickly. You'll make 50K a month, 100K a month. Think, how can I make my Instagram content better? How can I make my customer support better? How can I make my sales calls better? How can I make my marketing better, my content better? How can I have more content going out? How can I be on more social media platforms? How can I have quicker response time on all my DMs? How can I have quicker response time
Mhm.
on the back end with the customer support? How can I have more upsells? How can I create more products? How can I? And you just keep asking yourself, how can I improve? How can I improve? How can I improve? You can even ask
Yeah.
ChatGPT, this is my business. How can I improve it?
Yeah. True.
You can ask your friend, yo, what do you see is a potential improvement for me right now? You know?
I think also the reason why it's such a good mindset to have is because that makes you focus on your own business and yourself more. So you're not worried about other people's businesses. You're worried about your own business and how you can get 1% better. I think that's super good.
For sure, yeah.
And also, like, you get 1% better with your content. How can you make your hook 1% better? Can you get to the point, make it more energetic, a little bit like faster? Can you Yeah, how can you make your coaching a little bit better? What if you had a certain ebook or you had a certain like PDF that you send to all the clients when they first start and it tells them all the basics so you don't have to go over it. So you save yourself, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes with every new client you get. There was one thing that you told me actually before when I was doing my coaching stuff. Instead of asking every client like questions about their situation on the call so I can make a custom plan for them, just have a big question list. And now I have a list of like 39 questions. I just send it to every single new client I get and they fill it out and I have all the information just done. So that's a good system. That's like a 10% improvement every day.
For sure.
So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
adds up.
So it's not just about asking yourself, guys, how can I make more money? Ask yourself, how can I save time? How can I automate repeated, processes? How can I hire someone who'll save me 5 hours a day? And think like this. And if you think like this, you'll get to 10K easy. Like 10K is the minimum goal you guys should be aiming for. If you guys are following all these points we're talking about and you continue to listen to the rest of this, for the rest of this video and write notes down on everything we're saying, you're gonna make 10K a month. There's no way around it.
Of
If you
course,
have
yeah.
this mindset of how can I keep improving, you will make more money. I promise you. That's literally all you have to do. Ask yourself, how can I improve each process of your business? Ask your customers even, like, how can I make this business even better? Ask them, okay, so far you've got amazing value. How can I make it better? Even if you sell jewelry, right? Recently, Damien, one of my friends, he bought a chain, okay? It's like one of these kind of cheap chains, not even too expensive. Okay. And when he ordered this chain, it came in this box, and we were analyzing the box. We were analyzing, okay, how could this box be better? You know, which which packaging would have made this look more prestigious, more luxurious? You just analyze everything. Analyze your own business and think, okay, maybe I'm sending people this PDF right now. How can I make the PDF look 5% cleaner, neater, more
Yeah,
professional? Maybe ask
true.
better questions. Maybe instead of 39 questions, maybe ask 29 questions, and then maybe it just takes less time for the customer to
Yeah,
answer. Maybe that's better. Or maybe ask 49 questions. Again,
right.
it depends on the situation, but just like every single little part, if you keep analyzing it, you'll keep improving. But what most people do is they make, say, 5K a month, and they think, oh, I have to start another business and make another 5K a month. It's way easier to make 10K a month with one business than 5K a month with two businesses. Way
Yeah,
easier.
for sure.
It's way easier to focus on one thing
Yeah, and I think also that's a maybe a side point, but yeah, just focusing on one main thing and not having like a second business that you're trying to grow. Like,
at the same time, at least.
yeah, at the same time, like not trying to do trading and also e-com at the same time. Like pick one or the other.
Because your brain, what happens, guys, is you only have so much conscious mind space. Your brain can
Yeah,
only consciously think about a couple things at a time, maybe one thing at a time. But your subconscious mind can be always thinking. Even when you're sleeping, your subconscious mind is working. So if you're thinking about, okay, I want to grow this ecom business and this trading business, while you're sleeping, your subconscious mind doesn't even know where to think. It's just like scattered all over the place.
yeah,
But if you're thinking about one thing, how do I grow X business? Your brain 24/7 is going to be looking for opportunities around you.
yeah,
Right? There's something in your brain called the reticular activating system, the RAS, and it's always scanning for opportunities. It's thinking, how can I make more money? Because I'm focused on making money, I'm always finding money around me.
right,
Earlier today we were driving and I want to change my 812 Superfast. So I have a Ferrari, this color right now. It's green with like a yellow line down the middle.
yeah,
I want to get rid of the wrapping,
yeah,
like the wrap on it,
yeah.
and just go back to the original red color.
Okay,
So today in traffic, we saw two 812 Superfast in red.
not a
And we
coincidence.
hadn't seen one recently in ages. Damien and I
Yeah,
were talking about it yesterday, saying we never see red A12 Superfast in Dubai. Never.
yeah.
We saw two today in traffic. Sure, it's Saturday night today, but still.
They're probably always there. That's the point. You only
That's
saw
the
it now.
point. Of course,
Yeah,
they're always there. All the G-Wagons, all the Ferraris, all
yeah,
the money, all the Richard Milles, all the Rolexes, they're
yeah,
always out there. It's just you guys didn't notice them because you weren't thinking about them.
yeah,
You guys don't realize how accessible and easy it is to make 10K a month because you're not thinking it's possible. But when
yeah,
you listen to this video, you're writing notes on it, you're listening to us talk about this, then you start thinking to yourself, yeah, I can make 10K a month. Then you start seeing loads of other young guys make 10K a month.
yeah. And it becomes normal to you, and then it just then you go from there.
For
Yeah,
sure.
so true.
So 1% improvements. Next thing, ask more people for money. This point is fucking hugely important, guys. If you want to make 10K a month, ask more people for money. Right now, you might be asking 100 people a month for money. You have 100 potential clients, 100 potential prospects.
Yeah,
Make that 10,000.
yeah,
Like literally go on Instagram live for 7 hours a day. Recently Francis says he goes on live for half an hour a day.
yeah,
I was meaning to tell him this, but I've just been so busy and I forgot. I was going to say go on live 3 hours a day.
yeah. Maybe
You know,
try it out. Yeah,
there's a lot of, content creators I know who are in the fitness niche who went like very viral from going on live every day for 8, 9 hours a day, and they'd make thousands of dollars every day.
that's quite
You know,
crazy. Yeah, I would
Just-
get tons of leads like that.
you'd get tons of leads.
Yeah, from like a 30-minute live call or Instagram live. Maybe there's like 500 people that go through it or something. Maybe
Do
a
a
bit
six
more.
hour live. Just try it.
Yeah,
That might be enough leads for the whole week.
right. Yeah.
And if someone watches the whole 6 hours, I
Oh,
guarantee fucking
yeah.
they're gonna buy that same day.
And it would
Because
catch
they
so
say
many
it
people.
takes you 7 hours to buy from someone.
Right.
That's like a marketing lesson. More free game for you guys.
Yeah.
More free game for Francis. So there's many ways you guys can improve. Like 10K a month is the minimum you guys should be aiming for. Like the minimum.
Yeah, true.
You know?
And what you could also do, another 1% improvement, for example. Like I could do a 6-hour live and also have my camera recording on the side, getting clips that I post as an Instagram reel. So
For sure.
you can
And
always,
then maybe
yeah,
you have your phone set up recording you on a tripod. Then you sit there and say, I want to make another 1% improvement. Then you have an actual camera,
yeah,
like you were
right.
saying.
For
And then
sure.
you sit there and have two cameras, one from this angle, one from this angle.
And you get some big lights as well.
Yeah, then you get some big lights, you get some professional looking microphones, buy yourself a Versace robe. It pops. If I was wearing a black t-shirt, it wouldn't pop as much as the red.
Yeah,
Red and blue.
exactly.
Pops.
Boom.
By the way, this wasn't intentional.
No,
It's just
definitely
complete
not.
accident.
Yeah.
But anyway, you guys get the point, right? You can always improve. So ask more people for money. Do more Instagram lives and ask people on the Instagram live for more money. Do more
Yeah.
outreach. If you do 100 outreach a day, do 300, right? Cold call more people, right? Run more ads. Run ads and then pitch them at the end and say, DM me right now. I will help you. Just try different things. Don't be so afraid of trying things. The more you do, the more you get. And
Yeah.
it's very simple, but people overcomplicate it. In every area of life, the more you do, the more you get. Khabib was the best UFC fighter. He trained harder than everyone else. Like, that's it. If you do more, you get more. But in business, people think, oh, that's not true. 100 outreach is the maximum. No, you can do 500 outreach
Yeah, like
and have
from
10
yeah,
accounts. You could have 10
right.
fitness accounts.
Yeah,
And with an American guy posting for you, a Vietnamese guy posting for, I mean, why would you want that? But you get my point.
yeah,
A fucking Canadian guy, a French guy, a Spanish guy, an Italian guy. Then you can get a guy translating your content in Italian, Spanish, French. Like, there's unlimited work to do.
right.
And you can buy more Versace robes and then do more content with different colors.
Exactly. Yeah.
You guys get my point, right? Hopefully. Just
I
do
think
more.
that point is so good. Like, how many
Yeah.
people did you ask for money today? And
I remember I
yeah,
talked about this before, and I think you directly applied that same day. He instantly
yeah,
made more money.
instantly, yeah.
Instantly. That's one of the best tips I
Because
give
yeah,
people.
if you ask 20 people for money that day, like one of them is gonna say yes. I think that's a common thing. Like if people say, why did I not make any money today? Like it's annoying. I haven't made money for the past week. Like how many people have you asked for money? If the answer is zero, of course you're not gonna make money.
It all comes down to just impacting more people's life. If you impact more people's life, guys, you'll make more money. So why is someone going to give you money? They're going to give you that hard-earned money because you've impacted their life in some way. That's why they say in marketing, like you often need someone to watch you for 7 hours before someone buys from you. It's
Yeah,
very hard for someone to buy from you if they've watched you for 1 minute,
yeah, of
you know?
course.
So
Yeah,
you've obviously done hundreds of Instagram reels, so that creates trust over time. Every day a new video, every day two new videos. They're like, oh fuck, Francis again, help me solve this problem. Muscle imbalance,
yeah,
shoulder exercises. They're like, oh wow, this
yeah,
is informative.
for
Okay, if
sure.
I pay this guy, he can actually help me in even more detail. That's what makes someone buy. I've done 7,800 voice notes in my Telegram. Pop it up here on the screen. I've done 40,000 tweets, pop it up on the screen. I've done 8,000 pictures and videos in my Telegram, pop it up on the screen. So because I've done so much content, people watch me for such a long time. They're like, oh wow, this Hassan guy can help me. While you guys are watching this video, you're like, okay, Hassan can help me. He's already given me free value. Imagine if I pay him what he can help me with. A
Yeah.
lot. So that's how the game works. Give people free stuff. Right?
On a side point, small side point, I was like, don't be afraid to give too much value or too much information. There's no
I
such
wrote that
thing.
down in my previous notes, but then
Yeah,
I wanted to say that a lot of people are afraid of leaking the source.
yeah,
I think this is something I was telling, maybe not Francis, but just everyone in my private community, New Money. Everyone I meet is afraid of helping people too much. Why?
yeah.
If you like
True.
Francis, randomly throughout the day, sometimes a lot actually, he messages me some random thing he's learned and he just tells me some information. Why? Because I've helped him a lot. The other day,
Yeah,
it was 3 in the morning and I saw some light that you can stick to your ceiling and help you make like fitness videos.
yeah,
And I saw Larry Wheels, he's a big fitness creator. He was the guy on the ad. Everyone in the fitness niche knows Larry Wheels. So I instantly
yeah.
sent him the link, forwarded it to him. And I was like, bro, I got you a present. Look at this video. And he ordered it. It's like $50.
Yeah,
Right. So I'm trying to provide value to him because he's always providing value to me. It's just value exchange.
for
So the
sure.
point I'm making is just give more to people. And most people aren't even going to give the information. Most people aren't even going to apply the information.
Yeah,
People are so scared of giving the advice away for free, thinking, "Oh, no one's going to want to pay me, or no one's going to want to buy my products."
yeah,
But it doesn't work like that.
yeah.
Maybe 10% of people will be like, "You know what? I've learned enough from him for free." But 90% of people are now more likely to buy from you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you hadn't given so much value in your Telegram channel, most people probably wouldn't have joined your
Of
money.
course not.
So,
No way.
yeah, it just
Why
goes
would
to
someone
show.
just give you money for free?
Yeah.
I always use this as an example. Like, are people donating to your charity pot? They're not
Uh,
giving you money to make Francis richer. They're not giving you money to make this guy rich. They're
yeah.
giving money because they want to solve their problem.
Yeah, self-interested. So just appeal to their
Completely
self-interests.
self-interest. This
Easy.
video right now, yeah, I'm enjoying doing this because I just enjoy speaking and giving value and talking, but I know this is helping you guys.
Yeah.
This isn't to help me, it's to help you. And then by
Yeah.
helping you, some of you will join New Money. You get the point. Some of you might want fitness coaching from Francis. You guys get what I'm saying? That's how it works. So ask more people for money. However many people you're asking now, ask more. Next point. Solve problems quickly. This is something we're all guilty of not fixing quick enough or doing quick enough.
Yeah.
It's very easy to delay fixing problems. I know for myself, many times in my life, I've delayed fixing a problem. It never works out well.
Yeah, it's never gonna fix itself. Like, when was the last time you had a flat tire and it just repaired itself? Like, you have to do everything yourself to fix it as soon as possible. I think you're good at that though, like fixing things really quick.
But sometimes I'm not perfect.
Right.
Like there's many things in my life now I know I could fix, but there's just when you have 100 problems, it's easy to fix the most important, but there's still 95 other problems to fix.
Yeah.
And the more you can just tell yourself, I have to fix everything instantly, the more successful you're going to be.
Yeah.
Like if you genuinely moved through life like a madman and you had to make every decision in 5 to 10 seconds, you get so much done quicker.
Yeah.
It's such an important point.
I can't remember if you said this. I think you probably did on a voice note ages ago. But it was like if you could fix a problem within a couple seconds or something, or within
Just
a
do
minute.
it.
Yeah, just do it right there and then. Don't add it to a to-do list and do it later. Just like also stuff can be solved within a couple minutes.
Yeah, we
Quite
were
crazy.
doing this earlier, so we had to order something from Amazon, and I was telling Damien just to order it.
Yeah.
And there was something we needed to check in the house, like to see which is the right order. Long story short, and I just told him, bro, just order this one and this one. I'm fucking rich. Who gives a fuck? You know, just like the mental energy of waiting is not worth the $50 extra potentially of losing.
Right.
Like just order it.
Yeah.
You know, like who
Easy
cares?
solution.
Just move.
I think most solutions are actually super easy. Like for example, let's say,
Wait, let me write
sorry,
this down
carry on.
before I forget.
Yeah.
Actually, let me talk about it before I forget
Go for it. Yeah.
because I don't make this point often. So there's a guy I heard this from, and he talks about how he has this rule in his company, and I need to actually get this set up. But he has a separate card for some of the people on his team.
That sounds
Yeah,
right.
and he
Yeah.
says every employee at this level of the company, they can spend up to $50 without asking me.
Yeah.
You know, but then it's just like the CEO, he can spend up to $5,000 without asking me. And I think that rule is very cool because then all these small purchases from Amazon, all these small software purchases, anything for around the house, anything for the office, whatever, okay, you guys can just buy without asking me. It saves so much mental energy. Give people more freedom in your company.
Yeah. And also, I think that makes them take initiative a little bit more. Like for example, I don't know, the light thing, for example, like the what's it
Oh,
called?
the fitness
Yeah,
thing.
the fitness
Yeah,
lighting
yeah,
thing. Yeah, like that could easily be yeah, someone I outsource, right? Yeah, that's a good point.
for sure, for sure. Yeah. Always just move quickly, guys. If there's a problem in your business, fix it quickly. If you're not getting clients right now, fix it quickly. If your videos aren't getting views, fix it. If you're not getting sales, fix it. If you're not, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
I think most things are pretty easy to fix as well. Like they're not super complicated. Like if your videos are not getting views, it's because they're not interesting enough. The hook isn't good enough. The lighting isn't good enough. The angle's not good enough. The topic's not good enough. And you can always just fix those things one by one. And the same
But
with
it's
everything
also
else.
like, it's either, like, this is how you guys should analyze your problems. Either you know how to fix them or you don't know how to fix them. If you don't know how to fix them, seek out someone in that moment who can potentially help you fix it.
Yeah.
If you do know how to fix it, get to work and fix it.
Yeah.
It's like very binary. The more binary you make the decision making process, the easier. Because to basically make a decision, it basically means to cut away other options. To decide is like a Latin word. It comes from like a couple Latin words. I can't remember the exact words, but it basically means cut away all other options. So when you decide, you're not choosing X, you're just cutting away Y and Z,
Yeah.
right? So what I do when I try and analyze any problem, I think what is actually the choices available. And let me just remove this option. I definitely don't want to make this choice. I definitely don't want to make this choice. All right, I'm left with this choice. So what I
Yeah.
say to everyone when they're trying to fix their problems, don't be absolutely correct, be directionally correct. Okay, you know you want to get richer, you want to get stronger, you want to have more freedom for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, posting videos online is only a good move.
Yeah. Of
You know,
course.
going to the gym is only going to be make you stronger potentially. Even if it's not the best session, the best workout, it's moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
But sitting at home eating donuts and never going gym and never posting content and never hopping on sales calls and trying to analyze the perfect move to make, that's never going to get you where you want to get to.
Yeah. It's the wrong direction. It's literally left. You have to go right. Yeah. Completely different.
You know? My belief,
Yeah.
guys, is just start moving in the right direction and then you'll figure it out on the exact way. You'll start like recalibrating which way to go.
Yeah.
But just don't go that way. Make sure it's forward.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a very famous jiu-jitsu coach. His name's like John Danaher or John, whatever his name is. We'll pop his name up on the screen. And I was reading a caption from him on Instagram the other day. He talked about how the rate of progression is not that important. It's more about how long you're progressing for.
Right.
So a lot of people think I want to just be like a 10 out of 10 in terms of how quickly I progress. By the way, don't get this confused with the solve problems quickly point. You still need to try and solve problems quickly, but the most important thing is that you're always just solving problems constantly, 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 and you're just 1% improving every day. Because
Yeah.
if you're always improving bit by bit, eventually you'll outlast and surpass everyone else. Don't burn out by trying to do 100 things today and then you do 0 things the next week and a half. And then
Yeah.
you go down a downward spiral where you drink yourself into depression. This is a lifestyle, guys. Your goal shouldn't just be, I want to make to 10K a month. And once I got to 10K a month, I've achieved all my financial dreams. It's
Yeah.
like you're going to get to 10K a month using this advice. And then you're going to go beyond that, guys. It's a
Yeah.
lifestyle. Like now, you're not going to stop business just because you bought a couple of nice Rolexes. Like it's
Yeah.
a
For sure.
lifestyle forever.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
I think so. Yeah. And also a really big thing with like business to avoid that is like you can have certain bare minimums that you set for yourself every day. For example, at least like 200 DMs out every day, at least solving 2 or 3 problems that day, at least doing da da da. And you have like a bare minimum list every day, and that just ensures that you never like make a bunch of progress and then stop because that beats the whole purpose. It's about like the momentum that you're talking about. So I think bare minimums and like those what's the word? Bare minimum. What's it called?
Minimum tasks,
Minimum tasks. It's like
non-negotiables.
yeah, non-negotiables. Exactly.
It's like pillars of your day, you know?
Yeah.
Like things you just have to stick by. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, guys. It's extremely important to just be just focus, like move in the right direction, have non-negotiables. This is my wake up time. This is my standards. I have to do this every day. And then you're just going to build your life the way you want it to go. All right,
Exactly.
next point. Avoid making the same mistake twice. This is something which I think no one's perfect at, because if you were perfect at this, you'd be a billionaire probably. But
Yeah.
it's something I've been trying to really think about recently. I've been saying to myself, if I just avoid making the same mistake twice, then that means I only make the same mistake. I only make the mistake once. Think
Yeah.
about how far I can go. Think
Yeah.
about what I can achieve.
Yeah. Like if you make a mistake, you're like, I'll never do that again.
Like you
Like,
said, you took a break from social media for a while.
I'll never do that again.
Yeah, as long as you don't do that again, what does
Yeah.
that mean? It means you're going to post consistently forever. If
Yeah.
you do that, you're going to have a very successful social media career.
Yeah.
It's a
100%.
very good mindset, right? It's like,
Yeah.
that's what I mean by the direction point. You don't need to
Yeah.
think, do I need to post 3 videos a day or 1 video a day? Just think, what was my mistake?
Mhm.
Taking a 4 month break from posting. Just avoid
Yeah.
that forever and you've won.
Exactly. I think also the bigger the mistake, like the more it hurts, the better. Like that really like impacted the page a lot and the business a lot. That yeah, that was really so I'll never make that mistake again. And like even a different example, like smaller example. Once I was in Dubai Mall and there's like 7 floors of parking, and I completely forgot where I parked, and it took like 20, 30 minutes to find my car. And I said I would never make that mistake again. I've never made it since then.
For
Small
sure,
stuff.
yeah. Guys, if as long as you just avoid the same mistake in business, you'll just win. But it's even in life in general. But let's say you have a problem on a sales call and you completely fuck up what you're gonna say, you just say something completely stupid. As long as you don't do that again, then for the rest of your life, you're gonna avoid that mistake. And there's only
Yeah.
so many mistakes you can make in business. There are only like 10 to 15 probably big mistakes you can make in business.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not getting enough traffic, maybe you spend too much time with your employees, or maybe you don't spend enough time with your employees. Maybe you're not a good leader, maybe your
Yeah.
marketing sucks. Maybe you rely on one product for too long. You don't innovate. You don't adapt. Da 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 da. You get the point. There's only so many mistakes you can make. As long as you avoid making that same mistake again,
Yeah.
then like that's fixed forever.
Yeah.
Like it's a very powerful mental model.
I think this probably is super like ineffective to just solve the same problem so many times.
Yes,
That'd
it's
be hard. That's
depressing as
horrible.
well.
Yeah.
It like kills your energy and momentum. It makes you think, "Fuck's sake! I thought I already conquered this. Now I'm back to square one." It's
Yeah.
very demoralizing.
Yeah. 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 It is.
And it's also very demoralizing if you have an employee or someone on your team and you tell them something and then they make the same mistake twice. So think about why you're making the same mistake twice. Because think about how annoying it is or stupid it is when someone else makes the same mistake twice. It's like when you make a mistake, you should really like take a second to analyze what the mistake was and try and ensure it never
Yeah.
happens again. You know? Like if you're not waking up on time, ask yourself, why am I not waking up on time? Oh, I'm sleeping through my alarm. All right, buy 4 alarm clocks from Amazon.
Yeah.
Put them all around your room. You know?
One
Like
in the cupboard, one under the bed,
yeah,
one.
like fix the problem with just brute force,
Yeah.
and then it's never going to happen again. Recently, I've been wanting to drink more water, so I started buying glass bottles of water. It's
Yeah.
way easier to drink this. It makes me feel like I'm in a restaurant instead of
Yeah.
just like plastic basic bottles. Now I have these bottles every day. They're 750 ml. Because what I notice is when I drink 500 milliliter bottles of water, I never drink as much water in the day. Because I just
Right.
don't like opening 6 or 7 different bottles of water in the day. If I have 750 bottles, I can have,
For them.
4 a day, 3 liters of water. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's just way
Easy.
easier. Little things like that just make your life 10 times better.
Yeah, it just makes it like you enjoy drinking from that more, and like small stuff like that. It's always, first of all, like like it's healthier for you. That's good. Also, you probably enjoy it a little bit more. It's good. Increases the chances more. That's a good change.
For sure. Next point, post more content if you want to get more attention. You need to get attention, guys, if you want to make money online. If you want to get 10K a month, whatever your business is, whether you help people with their landing page, whether you are a copywriter, whether you are a photographer, a video editor, whether you're a fitness coach, whatever you are, you need to get some kind of people's attention. Do you
Yeah.
want to talk about that?
Yeah, I think we're so lucky to be in a time where we can just post videos on social media, like basically market ourselves for free and get paid to do that. That's quite crazy. A crazy concept.
It's literally crazy.
Yeah. Like
It's crazy.
we're allowed to get millions of views for free, and then we can make money off that. Like to get millions of people listening to you, that's quite a lot. Like you probably have to pay quite a lot for that. Like imagine how much it would cost to have a billboard and millions of people see it. Like you get that for free on social media. So I think maximize that. Like post as much as you can. Like there's no reason to not post 5 times a day if you're first starting out, especially if you don't have that many clients just yet. Post as much as you possibly can and get very, very good at that. I think that's one of the best skills you could have in like today's day, because everything is social media, everything's online. Like you're watching this video now. Today I posted a video. You posted a bunch of videos today. The videos are like digital assets. Like I forgot who mentioned this, but someone said that if you build Like if you post a bunch of videos, that's like your what was it?
Digital real
Virtual.
estate.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just there forever, always growing. I have videos from like a year ago that are still growing now, and just keep benefiting from your work that you did years ago, which is crazy.
It's like a musician making a song, and then the song just keeps getting views, keeps getting
Yeah.
clicks, keeps getting listens years and years and years down the line. Like that's how you should be thinking about this. But whatever your business is, get people's attention. Make some noise in your industry. Don't be afraid to be a bit controversial. Don't be afraid to ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
Like I like that saying, but it's true. Like at the end of the day, you're trying to get the right customer following you and caring about you and knowing you. Who realistically gives a fuck if the wrong people don't like you?
Yeah. It's
I never
better.
cared about the wrong people not liking me. I've always kind of spoken my mind and not been too politically correct because my logic was I'm not interested in the people who are super politically correct. I'm not interested in them following me.
Yeah. Makes
As long as
sense.
the right people follow you, you're going to make money.
Yeah.
That's it. Like if you had 10,000 of the right customer exactly perfectly tailored for your offer and your offer is a couple $1,000s, a few $1,000s, you can make 30, 40, $50 million.
Right. Off
So you
just
don't
a small people. Yeah.
off 10,000 customers.
Yeah.
But if you have the wrong customer, what are you going to sell someone who's the wrong customer? Maybe a dollar product, maybe a small little fucking bouncy ball,
Yeah.
a fucking like what are you going to sell them?
Yeah.
So it's all about the right people. If you get the right people following you and really caring about what you say, then you can provide those people immense value and then you can charge them what you want. There's a term for it in economics. I forgot. I'll remember it in a second. But it's like yeah, that's it. When a product is like price inelastic and stuff, I think that's
Yeah.
the word. It basically means you can kind of charge a bit what you want, you know?
That's
So
the way
it's
you want it
like
to
if
be.
you increase the price, the demand is still high because people just want it, you know? If it's actually increased their prices by $100, I think people are still going to buy them.
Yeah. It wouldn't make a difference.
My
Yeah.
crocodile bag over here, quick
I
flex.
was like 4K or something.
Yeah, I don't know how much this is. I can't even remember, but it's something.
Like four or
And I
five.
got another crocodile bag over there, right? Like, I don't care how much these are. I want a crocodile bag. They're going to last me 10 years. Why not buy them? They're beautiful.
Yeah.
So, put it on the floor. I just put it there. I shouldn't disrespect them.
Yeah.
They are nice. You guys get my point, okay? Post content, you'll get more clients. And just like we were saying before, ask more people for money. It's more important you sit there and think to yourself, okay, if I post more videos, I'm going to reach more people, then I'm going to make more money.
Yeah.
So the more content you post, the more money you're going to make. All the top content creators in the last 3, 4, 5 years, they've all blown up through sheer ridiculous volume. They've had clipping armies. They've
Yeah.
posted thousands and thousands of videos. I'll talk about this maybe with you off camera as well, but so many people you think don't post that much, they post so much. They
Yeah.
just have tons of clipping accounts. Whereas, for
Nice.
example, you have like one account, right?
Yeah.
And then you post like 1 or 2 videos. But there's so many people who have like 500 accounts. It's just you don't see their accounts.
Right.
Because the
Yeah.
algorithm, the way it works is if you just watch one person's video, the algorithm, like for a few seconds, the algorithm will start showing you that person so much. Like
Yeah.
there's so many people I see on my feed who I don't follow because I just
Mm.
watch 2 seconds of the video, then they start coming up.
Yeah.
So
Makes
many
sense.
people see your videos that you're not even aware see your videos. Like a lot of non-followers are the people seeing your videos.
Yeah.
So don't take followers so seriously as well, guys. Just post
Yeah.
more and you'll get more.
And you want non-followers anyway. Like those are the fresh leads. Like when you get fresh leads, those are way more valuable than like people that have been following you
How,
for.
how much do you believe that to be true? You think that's a really powerful
I think
point?
it's super true. Like whenever there's old leads that have been following you for like a couple months, like 5 months, 6 months. Sure, like yeah, they trust you, they've seen you a lot more, but I feel like they're not as excited by your content or your idea anymore. Whereas if they're like a brand new follower, they've just hit follow. Like those people are most interested because that's like the peak interest point when they click the follow button. Like this guy's good, his information is solid. I'm gonna follow him. I think that's when they're the warmest. A couple days after, that's what I would say.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
also goes both ways because if someone's been following you 1 year, 2 years, they're like, wow, I really trust this guy now. I've been following him for such a long time. It's
right.
just, but yeah, I get what
Works
Francis
both
is
ways,
saying.
of
Yeah, it works
course.
both ways. It just depends on each person. But like Francis said, some people, if they follow you 3 months, in those 3 months, you've had a chance to say something which they don't agree with, and then they start to like you a bit less. And no
Yeah,
one wants to give money to someone they don't like. So
right.
I guess a bonus tip that we haven't really mentioned is be more likable as well. If you're likable, people will just give you money. You know, we were just talking off camera, like
Yeah,
how important it is to be likable and how many
yeah,
opportunities you can get by being likable. Like when you're likable, people will go out of their way to create opportunities for you. People will want to give you people will want to give you value, and it doesn't cost you anything to be more nice.
yeah.
You know,
Well, why do you feel like a lot of people? may not be so likable? Like, what's like the
I just don't think they understand what the other person is looking for and they waste other people's time. Like if you're talking to someone on a sales call, for example, and they're
yeah
trying to get in shape, or they're trying to make money, or they're trying to lower their taxes, or they're trying to get into real estate, or they're trying to, get their teeth done. Let's say they're talking to a dentist. You need to understand that that person's on the call because they're interested in solving their problem. If
yeah
you talk to them about their problem and show them that you can help them with their problem, they're going to always like you.
right yeah
If you listen to them, you're respectful, you actually show them that you care.
That's a big one. I think showing people that you care is so, so important. Like there was yeah, so many times where I've had a client and let's say they couldn't afford my services and I thought, "Look, I care a lot about your progress. Let's just keep things going. When you're able to make more money later, we'll sort it out. But let's just keep going like for free until you can make more money." And then they would make like a big paycheck with their work and they would just give me like a big bonus basically. And yeah, it pays to be likable and show that you care a lot. People appreciate that.
100%, yeah, 100%. Because people are going to get more money in the future. Whatever product you're going to
Yeah.
sell, they're going to get money. So as they're watching your content, maybe they can't afford your product right now. So even if they're not a customer, in the future, as you keep posting, now they got the money. Now they're ready to pay you for whatever service or buy
Yeah,
your t-shirt or whatever the fuck you're selling.
exactly.
And the last point I guess we want to talk about is, guys, as you increase the value of your product, as you get more social proof, as you get more testimonials, you can just increase the price. Do you
Yeah.
want to talk about that point? Because you started off
Yeah.
lower with your fitness coaching.
Yeah, I think when I obviously when you first start your business, like prices were gonna be lower because you have like low experience, low momentum, everything. So I think before like 6 months was like $800 for me. Now 6 months is like 3K and upwards. Obviously depending on like the type of coaching they need and all that type of stuff. But yeah, it's like a nice four x price increase. And honestly, when you start like targeting the right people, you could charge them so much more. Like if you're solving, also when you solve like rich people's problems, like people who have a lot of money, when you solve their problems, it's worth so much more to them. It makes a bigger difference on their life, so you could charge them more. Whereas if someone who doesn't have that much money and they get in better shape, their life doesn't change. But if I don't know, let's say someone who's speaking to clients in person all the time, like he gets in better shape, he's gonna make like significantly more money by being more confident, look better, and all that type of stuff. So targeting the right people has been good. And honestly, just like on a sales call, just deciding that you want to increase prices. So let's say your price is 2K. Just next time you're in a sales call, say it's like 2.6. And the
Yeah,
reaction is
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
the same.
For sure, boys. I can't agree with that point more. You have to just decide to increase your price,
Yeah,
but you do that by just selling so much on the lower price, you just become more confident.
yeah,
Like let's say you're selling anything. You could be selling chocolate chip cookies for $1. If everyone is buying the cookie, like give me 10. Maybe just increase your price
yeah.
to $2 per cookie
Right.
and
Yeah,
just
why
see
not?
how that affects the sales.
Yeah,
Like the name of the game with business is to make as much money as humanly possible and help as much people. And as you make more money with the business, then you can reinvest that money into ads, more employees, and make the product better. Spend more money on research and development if it's a physical product. Then you can pay software developers and for example, you can make a fitness app.
yeah,
There's so many things you can do when you get money coming in, but most people don't consider that. So when you are selling something, sit there and think, how can I make this more expensive? Maybe you have to
yeah,
change the offer. Maybe you have to change the wording of what you're selling. Like before, if you said, guys, you can join some fitness community, or you'll be helped. It's not as valuable as like your offer is one-on-one coaching, right?
yeah. One on
So
one.
it's one-on-one coaching for 6 months. That sounds valuable. And then you can sit there and make a list of all the ways you can make it even more valuable.
Yeah,
Like ask yourself, how can
making
you
a
make it 10K?
right.
If you
Yeah, like
targeted only entrepreneurs who make 100K a month, then you could easily sell 10K for 6 months coaching.
yeah, you say like it's completely custom. During this 1 year period, you're gonna hit a few plateaus, and I have you covered. We're gonna adjust the plan as we go on. Whenever your schedule changes or something comes up, I got you covered. We'll figure out a solution straight away. And you could say, yeah, it's completely custom made for you about your around your schedule. Like I'll take everything into consideration. Like make it a one of one product, and then it's significantly more valuable.
And give them guarantees. Tell them, like, look, man, you can get my personal WhatsApp number. I'll make sure I get you right. I'll make sure no matter what, you're going to get in the shape of your life or money back, or I'll work with you continuously,
Right. Yeah.
or, I'll do 2 phone calls extra with you a week to make sure you're right. Because most likely, if you actually have a good product, good offer, you're obviously going to get them the results they want anyway. So you're not going to have to do the 2 phone calls.
Yeah.
I do this a lot. I call it like almost promises which I know I'm not going to have to even keep because I know that this bad situation won't happen. So, for
Right.
example, I'll say to someone, if this happens, I'll help you with this, 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 and this. But I know that they're never going to be in this position because my product is so good anyway, you know?
Yeah. Like if you say if new money's not that good, or if you don't like new money, I'll coach you for free and do
Yeah,
this,
I
this,
say
this.
all these things because I know that every single person who joins will pop up some testimonials.
There's way too many.
You know, it's literally too many, you know? People say to me, bro, this is so amazing. I've had so many people recently join say, bro, this is so much better than any other program I've ever joined, any other community, any other whatever. I should have joined sooner. I should have joined earlier. We had one guy, October the 6th, he paid $800 out of 2000 on the payment plan for new money. On
Yeah,
October the 10th, he messaged me saying, bro, I want to pay off the rest. And this guy only had a few thousand in savings. And
yeah,
initially, he was going to pay off the rest in like a month and a half. He came to me willingly.
yeah,
And he said, it's amazing and so good, Hassan. Thank you so much. Because on the sales call, I pushed him a bit. Because when I can tell someone's genuine, they need that extra push,
yeah,
I'm going to push him. If I can't be bothered and I think he's just not a good lead, I'll leave him.
yeah,
So, yeah, increase your
yeah,
price as you know. But I'm going to increase the price of new money soon. Because
yeah.
everybody recently has been like, bro, it's so good.
And it doesn't happen if the product is like good. It only happens if the product is like super, super good.
You have to make
Yeah,
a difference to people's life. Like, I really believe you should try and give people 10 times more value than they paid you, at least, you know? So it's like if someone pays me 2K, I want to make a 20K difference to their life, and I definitely do. If someone pays me 10K, I want to make a 100K difference. If someone watches me for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, however long this video has been, I want to make a 500-minute video worth of value to their
right.
life. I want them
Yeah,
to watch this and they can rewatch it 10 times and think, holy fuck, I keep learning new things every time I listen. I
yeah,
write notes and I'm going to apply this one point, that point. And I'm
yeah,
sure they will. This has been a very good video.
for sure.
But if you always have that mindset, you'll blitz past 10K a month. Don't even think
Yeah,
about 10K a month as money. Think about it like getting a kiss from a girl. It's like the basic step. You know,
yeah.
like it doesn't even mean anything. Like,
I remember my first 10K month. I didn't even like realize it was 10K until I did like the accounting for that month, and it was like
it's like
it was like 12 or 13. So I was like, that wasn't even the goal. The goal was just do a bunch of sales calls, get a bunch of new clients, help a bunch of people, make a lot of videos, and then like the money's gonna come anyway. Like it wasn't even a big goal. I don't know about you, but every time I put money as the goal, I haven't like quite hit the goal. But whenever put like the input or like the the daily tasks as the goal, I always like go past the money goal.
for sure.
That's always important.
That's it, boys. If you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel and rewatch this video. I think you guys should rewatch it a few times. Every time you rewatch it, you're going to learn something new.
Yep.
Share it to one of your friends. Say, look, bro, this is how I make 10K a month. This is how you can make 10K a month, right? Like, it's very, very simple. Just stick to the advice we've given in this video. I don't see how you're going to fail listening to this, you know? Before we started this video, I just sat down and wrote a few points with Francis, like, okay, how can we make this video in such a way where no one can actually fail on this goal if they apply each point? If you guys apply each point, you'll succeed.
Exactly.
Also, guys, I want to quickly say, DM me on Instagram. Here's my Instagram. DM me PDF if you want me to send you guys a PDF with all these steps written out clearly and just basically summarize this video in like a written form. See you boys in a bit.
See you guys.